Jack, imagine you're in a high-stakes meeting. Your boss is mid-sentence, about to make a decision that you know 100% is based on the wrong data. What do you do?
Oh man, the pressure is on. I'd probably panic and just shout, wait!
Exactly. And that's the problem. In that split second, wait sounds like a physical barrier. It's a stop sign. It's blunt, it's a bit aggressive, and honestly, it can sound a little rude.
It feels like I'm barking a command at them, right? Like I'm telling a dog to stop running.
Precisely. And that is why so many English learners feel that cringe moment right after they say it. They see the other person's face change, and they realize, oops, that didn't sound the way I meant it.
I've been there. You want to be helpful, but you end up sounding bossy. It's that gap between what you mean and what you actually say.
Today, we are closing that gap. We're going to give you 5 powerful, polite alternatives that make you sound professional, patient, and, most importantly, totally in control of the language.
I need this. I think we all need this, because wait is usually the first word we learn for this situation, but it shouldn't be the only one.
Right. We're moving from survival English to sophisticated English. Ready to dive in?
Let's do it. I'm ready to delete wait from my vocabulary for a bit.
Perfect. Let's start with a scenario that happens every single day. You're talking to a friend or a colleague, and they're moving way too fast. They're giving you instructions or maybe a phone number, and your brain is just smoking. It can't keep up.
That's me in every morning briefing. I'm still writing down the first task, and they're already on task number 5. My natural instinct is to yell, wait, I am writing.
Wait, I am writing. Okay, let's look at that. It's grammatically fine, but it's very me-centered. It sounds like you're stopping their flow because of your struggle.
Ouch. When you put it that way, it does sound a bit selfish.
It's okay. It's a common starting point. But here is our first pro-level alternative. Hang on a second.
Hang on a second. I hear that in movies all the time.
All the time. But why does it work better than wait?
It feels softer, like it has a bit of a cushion around it.
That's a great way to put it. Wait is a hard wall. Hang on is a gentle pause. When you say, hang on a second, the second part is key. You're telling the person, I only need a tiny moment of your time, then we can continue.
So it's like a promise, like, I'm not stopping you forever, just for a beat.
Exactly. It shows respect for their time. Let's try a little role play. I'm going to give you a long, complicated Wi-Fi password. You try to stop me using wait, and then we will try the new way.
Okay, let's see the difference.
Okay, Jack, the password is capital A, lowercase b, 794, hashtag $22.
Wait, I am not finished.
Freeze! See? That felt like a crash. Now let's try the natural way. Talking fast. 794, hashtag $22.
Oh, hang on a second. I just need to get the last 2 symbols.
See? I naturally wanted to stop and help you there. It didn't feel like you were interrupting me. It felt like we were coordinating.
Wow, the energy is totally different. It feels much more like a conversation between equals.
It really is. And notice how Jack added a tiny O at the beginning. Oh, hang on a second. That O is a softener. It makes the transition into the interruption even smoother.
Oh, hang on a second. I'm definitely writing that one down. It feels, I don't know, more human.
It is. And there's a variation of this for more formal settings, too. If you're in a meeting and you need to check a detail, you can say, could you hold on for just a moment?
Could you hold on for just a moment? That sounds very professional, like something a CEO would say.
It is very polished. It uses a question format, could you, which is the ultimate secret to politeness in English. Instead of giving a command, wait, you're asking for a favor, could you?
It gives the other person the power. Even though you know they will stop, asking them makes it feel like it was their choice to be helpful.
Spot on, Jack. You're getting the psychology of it.
So, hang on a second for friends and close coworkers, and could you hold on for a moment for the boss or a client?
You've got it.
I love how you pointed that out, Jack. It really is about the psychology of the listener. Now let's move to something even more versatile. This is probably the most used wait alternative in the English-speaking world.
I love how you pointed that out, Jack. It really is about the psychology of the listener. Now, let's move to something even more versatile. This is probably the most used wait alternative in the English-speaking world.
Oh, let me guess. Is it just a moment?
You nailed it. Just a moment. Or its slightly quicker brother, just a second.
I use just a second all the time, but usually when I'm looking for my keys or my phone. Can I use it to stop someone from talking too?
Absolutely, but there's a secret magic ingredient you have to add to make it work perfectly when someone is talking. If you just say, just a second, it can still feel a little dismissive.
Right, like I'm shushing them. Just a second. Mimicking a rude gesture. That feels bad.
Exactly. The magic ingredient is the reason. In English, if you interrupt someone, providing a tiny logical reason immediately removes the rudeness factor.
Oh, so instead of just a second, I say, just a second. I want to make sure I've got that right.
Yes, or just a moment. Let me just finish this thought. Do you see what happened there? You aren't just stopping them, you are explaining why the stop is happening. It makes the silence feel productive rather than awkward.
That makes so much sense. It's like giving them a map of what's happening in my head. Because if I just go silent, they don't know if I'm angry, confused, or if I just stop listening.
Exactly. Let's try a common workplace scenario. Imagine I'm your teammate and I'm suggesting a new idea for a project, but I'm speaking really fast. You need a second to actually think about what I just said.
Okay, I'm listening.
So, Jack, I think we should move the budget from the Facebook ads to the TikTok campaign because the engagement rates are higher there and we can target the younger demographic more effectively without increasing the total spend, right?
Just a moment, Emma. I'm just processing that budget shift. It's a big change.
Oh, of course. Take your time.
Wow, that felt powerful. I didn't feel like a student who couldn't keep up. I felt like a decision maker who was being careful.
That is the exact shift we want. You didn't say, wait, I don't understand. You said, just a moment, I'm processing. One sounds like a weakness, the other sounds like a strength.
I'm processing. I'm definitely stealing that phrase.
It's a great one. Now, let's talk about the visual pause. Sometimes you don't even need a full sentence. If you're in person or on a video call, you can combine just a second with a small hand gesture, just holding up one finger briefly.
Oh, I see people do that. But isn't that a bit, I don't know, aggressive?
Only if you don't smile. If you have a neutral or angry face and hold up a finger, it means shut up. But if you have a soft expression and say, just a second while doing it, it's a universal signal for please give me one beat to finish this.
So the face and voice have to match the words.
Always. English is 50% vocabulary and 50% energy. If the energy is helpful, the words will be received well.
This is so helpful. So we have hang on a second for casual, could you hold on for formal, and just a moment plus a reason for when we need to think. What's next?
Next, we have a very specific version of wait for when you want to go back to something that was mentioned earlier. This is a huge curiosity gap for many learners. They want to go back to a previous point, but they don't know how to do it without sounding like they're interrupting the flow.
Yeah, like if you said something 30 seconds ago that I didn't get, but now you're talking about something else. If I say wait, it feels like I'm pulling the emergency brake on a car.
The emergency brake, that's a perfect metaphor. We don't want to smoke the tires. We want to take a smooth exit back to the previous topic.
So what do we say instead of wait, go back?
We use the phrase, can we take a step back for a second?
Can we take a step back for a second? Oh, that's beautiful. It sounds so collaborative.
It really is. It's a we phrase. Can we take a step back? It implies that both of us would benefit from revisiting that point.
It's not I am confused, it's let's look at this together again.
Precisely. It's very common in negotiations and high-level brainstorming. Let's practice the flow. I'll keep talking about a plan, and you use that phrase to pause the movie and go back. And so after the TikTok ads, we'll move into the email marketing phase, which should launch by Tuesday morning.
Sorry, Emma, can we take a step back for a second? I want to make sure I understood the timeline for the TikTok launch before we move on to the emails.
Oh, good catch. Let's look at those dates again.
Did you hear how natural that was? I felt so much more confident saying that than just saying, wait, What about Tuesday?
And it makes me, the speaker, feel like you are really paying attention. It's a compliment to the speaker, in a way.
I never thought about it like that. Being polite isn't just about being nice. It's about making the conversation work better for everyone.
Exactly. It's about flow. Wait creates a blockage. These alternatives create a bridge.
I like that. Bridges, not blockages. Okay, so we've covered 4. What is the 5th one? Is it the final boss of polite alternatives?
You could say that. The 5th one is for when you actually have to interrupt someone who is, well, talking way too much. We all have that one friend or colleague who doesn't breathe between sentences.
Oh, I know exactly who you mean. If I don't say wait, I'll never get a word in. I'll be standing there for an hour.
We've all been trapped in that word waterfall. And for an English learner, it's even scarier to jump into that waterfall.
If I say wait, I feel like I'm being mean. But if I don't, I'm invisible.
We are going to fix that. But before I give you the waterfall stopper phrase, I want to make sure everyone watching is really feeling the difference between these.
Yeah, guys, are you seeing how these tiny changes in words change the whole vibe of the conversation? It's not just about grammar. It's about how you make people feel.
And that feeling is what gets you hired, what gets you promoted, and what makes people want to talk to you in English.
Okay, Emma, I'm ready. Give me the waterfall stopper. How do I stop the person who won't stop?
Okay, here it is, the waterfall stopper. When someone is talking and you need to jump in without being the bad guy, you use, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but...
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but wait, Emma, isn't that a bit long? By the time I finished saying that, they might have moved on to a whole new topic.
You'd be surprised. It actually works because it's a bit longer. In linguistics, we call this padding. When you use a few extra words, it gives the other person's brain a second to realize, oh, someone else is starting to speak, and it gives them time to finish their current thought and hand the microphone over to you.
Oh, so the length is actually a tool. It's like a warning light that I'm about to speak.
Exactly. If you just shout, wait, it's a jump scare. But, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, is like a gentle tap on the shoulder.
I like that, a tap on the shoulder. But do I really have to say sorry? I didn't do anything wrong.
That is such a common question. In English, especially in UK and US culture, we don't use sorry because we are guilty. We use it as a social lubricant. It just makes the interaction go more smoothly.
Social lubricant. So it's like oil for a squeaky door.
Perfect analogy. It's just to show you have good intentions. Now, let's see it in action. I'm going to be that waterfall speaker. I'm going to go on and on about my weekend. You try to stop me using wait, and then try the waterfall stopper.
I'm ready. I'm going in.
Talking quickly and excitedly. And then on Saturday, we went to that new Italian place, but the bread was a bit dry, so we decided to go to the cinema instead. But the movie was sold out, so we ended up walking through the park, and then it started raining, and we didn't have an umbrella, so we ran to the cafe.
Wait, which cafe?
The one on 5th Street? Anyway, then we saw Emma looks a bit put off.
To the audience. See? She looked a bit annoyed. I broke her story. Now let's try the waterfall stopper.
Talking quickly. So we ran to the cafe, and honestly, the hot chocolate there was the best I've ever had, but the music was so loud we could barely hear ourselves think. And then my cousin showed up out of nowhere.
Sorry, Emma, I don't mean to interrupt, but which cafe was that? It sounds amazing and I'd love to go.
Oh, it's called the Cocoa Bean. You'd love it. Anyway, as I was saying...
To the audience. Wow, did you see that? She didn't get annoyed. She actually looked happy that I asked.
Because you framed your interruption as a compliment. You showed you were listening so closely that you just had to know that one detail.
So the phrase, I don't mean to interrupt, but, followed by a positive reason, is the ultimate secret.
It really is. It turns an interruption into an engagement.
You know, Emma, I'm realizing that wait is a word that stops the conversation, but all these alternatives actually keep the conversation moving. They are action phrases.
That's a very deep observation, Jack. You're totally right. Wait is a dead end. These phrases are detours.
I'm full of metaphors today.
You are. Now, let's talk about a mistake I see a lot of students make when they use these phrases. It's about the question tone.
The question tone? You mean my voice goes up at the end?
Yes, a lot of learners say, just a second, voice goes up. When you do that, you sound like you're asking for permission, and it can make you sound a bit unconfident.
Just a second versus just a second.
Exactly. When you want to pause the conversation, your voice should be flat or slightly down at the end. It's a statement of fact. Just a second. It's calm. It's steady. It shows you are in control of your space.
Just a second. Practicing. Just a second. Hang on a moment. Yeah, that feels way more boss.
It does. You sound like you know exactly what you're doing.
So let me recap so far. We have hang on a second. Casual, friendly. Could you hold on for just a moment? Formal, professional. Just a moment plus a reason to get thinking time. Can we take a step back to revisit a point? I don't mean to interrupt, but the waterfall stopper.
Look at you. You're becoming a master of the pause.
I'm feeling good, but Emma, what if I'm on a phone call? You know how hard phone calls are. Sometimes the connection is bad or I just can't hear. Is wait okay then?
On the phone, wait is actually even riskier because the person can't see your face. They can't see your friendly expression. They just hear a loud wait in their ear.
Ugh, that's true. It probably sounds like I'm shouting at them.
It does. On the phone, we use a special version of these phrases. We often use the word bear.
So, bear? Like the animal in the woods? Wait, there's a bear.
Not quite. The phrase is, please bear with me for a moment.
Please bear with me for a moment. I've heard that on customer service lines. Please bear with us while we connect your call.
Exactly. To bear with someone means to be patient with someone. It's a very polite way of saying, I'm working on something, please don't hang up.
So if I'm looking for a file on my computer while I'm on the phone with a client, I shouldn't say, wait, I'm looking. I should say, please bear with me for a moment while I find that file.
10 out of 10, Jack. That is perfect. It makes the person on the other end feel like you are working hard for them.
It's crazy how much better that sounds. Wait sounds like I'm failing. Bear with me sounds like I'm providing a service.
It's all about the frame. How are you framing the moment?
To the audience, are you guys taking notes? Because these framing tips are the things they don't teach you in the grammar books. This is the real life stuff.
It really is. And we have one more special situation to cover. What do you say when someone is asking you a question and you don't have the answer yet? You need to wait before you speak.
Ah, that's the scariest one. The silence of doom.
The silence of doom. We're going to give you a phrase that kills that silence forever.
I need that. Every English learner needs that.
The silence of doom. We've all felt it. The interviewer asks a question or your partner asks where the relationship is going, and your brain just goes blank.
It's like the loading icon on a computer screen, but it's stuck at 0%. You want to say, wait, I'm thinking, but you're afraid that even that will sound like you're struggling.
Exactly. And in that silence, your confidence drains away. But here is the professional's secret weapon. When you need to wait before you answer, you say, that's a great question. Let me think about that for a second.
That's a great question. I've noticed that public speakers do that all the time, even when the question isn't actually that great.
Guilty as charged. We call it buying time. By saying, that's a great question, you are doing two things. First, you're complimenting the other person, which makes them feel good. Second, you're giving your brain 3 to 5 seconds of free processing time.
And then adding, let me think about that for a second, gives me even more time. It's like I'm building a bridge while I'm walking on it.
It's the ultimate wait alternative because it isn't a stop, it's a transition. It shows that you aren't just reacting, you're reflecting. In the world of business and high-level English, reflection is a sign of intelligence.
To the audience, did you hear that? Silence isn't your enemy if you label it. If you just stay quiet, it's awkward. If you say, let me think about that, it's thoughtful.
Spot on. You're taking the steering wheel of the conversation.
I feel so much more equipped now, Emma. Looking back at my old self, the guy who just shouted wait and hope for the best, it's like night and day.
And that's what this journey is all about. It's not about being perfect. It's about having the right tools in your pocket so that when the pressure is on, you don't have to panic.
Okay, let's do a quick fire review for everyone. I'll give the situation and you give the pro alternative. Ready?
I'm ready.
Situation 1. My friend is telling me a story way too fast and I can't keep up.
Hang on a second. Situation 2. I'm in a formal meeting and I need to look for a document.
Could you hold on for just a moment? Or please bear with me.
Situation 3. I need 10 seconds to actually process a difficult idea.
Just a moment. Let me just process that.
Situation 4. I want to go back to something we mentioned 5 minutes ago.
Can we take a step back for a second?
Situation 5. Someone is talking nonstop and I need to jump in.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but amazing. 5 simple phrases that change you from a hesitant learner to a confident communicator.
And that's the real goal here. English isn't a test you have to pass. It's a tool you use to connect with other humans. When you use wait, you're accidentally pushing people away. When you use these alternatives, you're pulling them in.
It's true. I used to be so afraid of these moments, the moments where I needed a pause, because I thought they showed my English was broken. But now I see that the pause is actually where the best communication happens.
The pause is where the magic is, Jack. It's where you show your personality. It's where you show your respect for the other person. It's where you become you in English.
To the audience, we want to hear from you now. This is your chance to practice.
Exactly. Think of a situation in your life, maybe at work or with your family or at a shop, where you usually say, wait.
In the comments below, write a short dialogue using one of the 5 alternatives we taught today. Tell us the situation and then show us your pro version.
We'll be down there reading them, giving you feedback and cheering you on. Because remember, every time you use one of these phrases, you are building a new habit. And habits are what make you fluent.
I'm going to practice. Please bear with me next time I'm looking for my car keys and my wife is waiting.
That's a very dangerous situation, Jack. Good luck.
I'll need it. But seriously, thank you all for being here. If this lesson helped you feel even a little bit more confident, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more learners just like you.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. We have new lessons every week designed to help you navigate the real world of English, not just the textbook version.
You're doing better than you think. The fact that you're even watching this means you're already ahead of the curve.
Nodding. Keep going, keep pausing, and keep speaking.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.